Welcome to a journey through one of the fundamental pillars of faith and morality, the Ten Commandments. For millennia, these ancient laws have guided human behavior and influenced cultures around the world. But what exactly are the Ten Commandments? And what do they mean for us today? The Ten Commandments are a set of fundamental moral and religious principles in the Judeo-Christian tradition. They are believed to have been given directly by God to Moses on Mount Sinai and are considered the foundation of ethics and justice in the Jewish and Christian faiths. Here is a brief description of each. The first of the Ten Commandments, love God above all things, emphasizes the importance of the exclusive worship of one God and the renunciation of all forms of idolatry. This commandment represents the core of monotheistic faith and is found at the heart of Abrahamic religions such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Meaning and implications. The first commandment emphasizes monotheism, excluding every deity except God, without rivals or intermediaries. It promotes total commitment to God, including prayer, gratitude, and dedication to living according to divine principles. It prohibits idol worship, extending criticism to anciently common idol worship practices. This commandment entails living an ethical, honest, and upright life, as one's relationship with God influences human relationships. Loving God above all else requires renouncing selfishness and self-idolatry, embracing a deep, spiritual relationship with the divine. In short, the first commandment is not just a religious prescription, but a fundamental principle that defines the spiritual and moral identity of people who follow the Abrahamic religions. It promotes a relationship of adoration, respect, and obedience towards a single God and encourages the renunciation of everything that could distract or separate from this spiritual relationship. The second of the Ten Commandments, thou shalt not take the name of God in vain, addresses the theme of respect and the sacredness of God's name in Judeo-Christian traditions. This commandment has profound meanings and ethical implications that influence the daily lives of believers. Meaning and implications. The second commandment teaches sacred respect for God's name, prohibiting the careless or irreverent use of His name in any context. This includes the prohibition of blasphemy, that is, using God's name or religious expressions in a derogatory or offensive way. The commandment emphasizes responsibility in the use of words, recognizing that words have power and that God's name deserves respect and sacredness. Respecting God's name is for many believers a testimony to their faith and commitment to high moral principles. Furthermore, avoiding taking God's name in vain calls for more general moral and ethical behavior, encouraging truth, integrity, and mutual respect in human interactions. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the second commandment calls attention to the ethics of communication and responsibility in the use of language, especially in public settings and the media. Respect for the religious beliefs of others and treating spiritual matters with reverence are values that also derive from this commandment. In summary, the second commandment, you shall not take the name of God in vain, not only requires specific behavior regarding the divine name, but also promotes broader principles of respect, truth, and responsibility in the communication and daily lives of believers. The third of the Ten Commandments, remember to keep holy the Sabbaths, is a reminder of the sacredness of time and the practice of rest and ritual celebration in Jewish and Christian traditions. This commandment is fundamental to the religious and moral life of believers, as it establishes the value of time dedicated to devotion and spiritual reflection. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the third commandment draws attention to the need to balance work and rest, as well as the importance of community and spirituality in people's lives. It also invites us to reflect on how time is spent and how pauses for reflection and celebration can enrich individual and collective life. In summary, the third commandment, remember to keep holy the Sabbath, offers a model for wise and sacred use of time, promoting spiritual growth, well-earned rest, and ritual community in religious and morally engaged traditions. The fourth of the Ten Commandments, honor your father and your mother, has profound and universal meaning in moral and religious traditions, emphasizing the importance of respect and filial love for parents. This commandment is fundamental in cultures around the world and has significant moral and social implications. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the fourth commandment emphasizes the importance of preserving and promoting the role and importance of the family as a fundamental pillar of the human community. In an era characterized by rapid changes in different family dynamics, this commandment remains a point of reference for respect, gratitude, and filial love. In short, the fourth commandment, honor your father and your mother, is much more than a simple command to obey. It represents a profound commitment to building family relationships based on mutual respect, love, and responsibility, promoting stability and harmony in society. The fifth of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, is one of the fundamental moral principles found in Judeo-Christian traditions and many other cultures and religions around the world. It promotes respect for human life and establishes an ethical basis for peaceful coexistence and mutual respect. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the fifth commandment continues to provide an ethical basis for social justice, human rights, and the protection of the most vulnerable. It informs international laws and norms that promote peace and nonviolence, as well as upholding the dignity and fundamental rights of every individual. In summary, the fifth commandment, thou shalt not kill, represents a universal moral imperative that promotes respect for human life and helps create a more just, compassionate, and peaceful society where every person can live with dignity and security. The sixth of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not commit impure acts, addresses the issue of sexual purity and moral integrity in Judeo-Christian traditions. This commandment has significant implications for individual life, interpersonal relationships, and the building of a society based on ethical and spiritual values. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the sixth commandment continues to inform discussions about sexual morality, sex education, and the promotion of healthy and respectful relationships. It also informs public policies on reproductive health, sex education, and the fight against human trafficking and sexual abuse. In summary, the sixth commandment, you shall not commit impure acts, calls for a sexual ethic based on purity, respect, and personal responsibility, promoting relationships that honor human dignity and contributing to a more equal, respectful, and morally responsible society. The seventh of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal, is a fundamental ethical principle found in Judeo-Christian traditions and many other moral philosophies around the world. It emphasizes the importance of respect for the property of others, economic justice, and personal responsibility. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the seventh commandment continues to be a fundamental moral guide for resource management, professional ethics, and respect for property rights. It informs laws and regulations that protect against theft and fraud, and promotes economic fairness and personal responsibility. In summary, the seventh commandment, thou shalt not steal, not only prohibits material theft, but emphasizes the importance of a life based on integrity, honesty, and mutual respect for the goods and resources of others. Being faithful to this principle helps build a more just, responsible, and respectful society. The eighth of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, is a fundamental principle dealing with truth, honesty, and justice in human relationships. This commandment has profound moral, legal, and social implications in the Judeo-Christian traditions and beyond. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the eighth commandment continues to inform ethical and legal norms governing defamation, perjury, and other forms of lying or deception. It also informs public morality and policies related to free speech, defamation, and media accountability. In summary, the eighth commandment, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, is a foundation for ethical and responsible behavior, promoting truth, justice, and respect for human dignity in everyday interactions and in broader legal and social challenges. The ninth of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, focuses on the sphere of sexual ethics and interpersonal relationships in Judeo-Christian traditions. This commandment addresses respect for the integrity of marital relationships and the fight against greed and inappropriate desire. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the ninth commandment continues to provide an ethical framework for interpersonal relationships and sexual morality. It informs debates and discussions on issues such as marriage, marital infidelity, respect for privacy, and the integrity of personal relationships. In summary, the ninth commandment, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, promotes respect, purity, and integrity in human relationships, calling for a responsible and respectful view of sexuality and marital dynamics within the community and society. The 10th of the 10 Commandments, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, nor his wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's, emphasizes the importance of contentment, gratitude, and respect for the property of others in Judeo-Christian traditions. This commandment addresses greed and envy, promoting an attitude of contentment and respect for what one has. Contemporary applications. In contemporary society, the 10th commandment continues to provide ethical guidance to address greed, envy, and excessive attachment to material goods. It informs discussions on issues such as economics, distribution of resources, and social justice, promoting a balance between material prosperity and moral and ethical values. In summary, the 10th commandment, "You shall not covet your neighbor's house, nor his wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's," promotes contentment, gratitude, and respect for the property of others, inviting an attitude of respect, integrity, and balance in personal and social life. We have come to the end of our journey through the 10 commandments. We hope that this exploration has given you new perspectives and reflections on these ancient and precious precepts. If you found this video interesting and want to learn more about other topics related to spirituality, morality, and philosophy, don't forget to leave a like and share this video with your friends. To not miss any of our upcoming videos, subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. This way, you will always be updated on new content that explores the depths of our faith and traditions.